Hey, what's up guys, it is your boy, I'm here to bring you another video today, and today guys, we're going to be going over the new summer equips. Now there is going to be 3 different, sessions of these summer equips. We have the first one, which is right here. The next one I think is Magia summer equips, which is of course the Blood Knight summer equips, and then the one after that is the Knights summer equips, which is like Knights, Platina, all of them. So with that being said, let's cover these. We'll be covering all of them, not the 3 stars, but we'll be covering every single equipment that is on the banner. So let's go ahead and start. The first item we have is a 5-star defense item, which is Silas Shisor Perio. Goodness, kind of a mouthful. Defense plus 500, reduce all allies damage from enemies by 35% and heals HP by 25% of damage for 8 seconds. Cooldown is 40 seconds. Next is Sunji's Hot Pink Bikini. HP 250, attack 125, defense 125. Skill is increase all allies art gauge by 30, autofills all allies art gauge by 2 for 10 seconds. 65-second cooldown. After that we have Alma's Bikini. Alma's Bikini is a attack plus 500, 1200 break, 6600% earth damage magic. Reduce enemies magic resist by 20% for 10 seconds, 45-second cooldown. After that we have Risley's Sunset Bikini. Attack plus 500, break 2500, 8200% fire damage physical. Increase fire damage to enemies by 30% for 12 seconds, 45-second cooldown. Iris Roly Frill Bikini. Goodness, I couldn't say it for a second. Defense plus 500, reduce all allies damage from enemies by 10% and fire and water damage by 30% for 15 seconds, 30-second cooldown. Next we have Mira's Sailor Swimsuit. Attack plus 500, break 400. 1000% fire damage physical, 80% chance of burning the enemy. We got Malia's Purple Sexy Bikini. Attack plus 500, break 700, 8000% dark damage magic, reduce enemies accuracy rate by 50% for 8 seconds, cooldown 50 seconds. We have Aristella's Competition Swimsuit. Next, 5-star heal, HP plus 500, heals all allies HP by 50%, cooldown 70 seconds. After that we have Celia's Snow White Bikini. Attack plus 500, break 800, 8000% water damage magic, reduce enemies freeze resistance by 50% for 12 seconds, 40-second cooldown. Next we have Finn's Aloha Shorts. These are a 4-star support item. HP plus 60, attack plus 30, defense plus 30, autofills all allies art gauge by 1 and reduce equipment CT by 15% for 20 seconds, 35-second cooldown. We have Kane's Aloha Shirt. Increase target's art gauge by 30 and increase damage by 20% for 10 seconds, 30-second cooldown. We next have Rim Sexy Lace Bikini. Heals all allies seal and curse, increase seal and curse resistance by 100% and reduce damage from enemy by 25% for 10 seconds. Next we have the 4-star heal, which is Lisa's Swimwear. This is HP plus 120, break 800, 3800% light damage magic, heals all allies HP by 1000, 50-second cooldown. We then have S's Sailor Swimsuit, 4-star physical, 4000% water damage physical, increase own crit rate and crit damage by 30% for 8 seconds during break, 60-second cooldown. So those are all of the equips on the banner. Now I'm going to cover what I think is the most top tier of the equips, and that is that. So let's start off with the 4 stars first and then move up to the 5 stars. So the first 4-star and the most notable 4-star on this entire list in my opinion is the Finn's Aloha Shorts. This is a 4-star support item. This thing is absolutely ridiculous at 4-star support. It's pretty much like a 4-star version of the Monocle, except it doesn't give the accuracy buff, right? It's really good. I really recommend it. Probably one of the best 4-star support items in this game, because if you use this right, and this is going to give you 20 art gauge over the course of 20 seconds, right? And that means that this is only going to have a 15-second downtime, right? Which is insane. Not to don't even say if you have multiple of these on the same team with other people, it's going to be ridiculous, because these effects should stack with each other, so you'll be able to get some pretty ridiculous stuff. So yeah, this is going to be pretty OP, and I think this is probably one of the best 4-star supports on this entire thing, and I think this is like the one that you should be going for. Definitely this right here is going to be the one that you want the most out of all the 4-star supports, even out of some of the 5 stars, you know what I mean? So definitely you're going to want to try to pick up that. Next thing I want to talk about is Rim Sexy Lace Bikini. I think this is really good on someone like Thetis that has a 4-star defense item and you don't have his true weapon, because you can use this and this will heal all allies seal and curse, and it increases curse and seal resistance by 100%, reduce damage from the enemy by 25% for 10 seconds. This is really good for someone like Thetis because he's a taunt tank, and if you don't have his true weapon, which his true weapon I think already makes him immune to seal and curse, this is a really good like alternative for his 4-star defense item, and it's not even a bad 4-star defense item. It's pretty good because you still reducing damage from every, from the enemy and all that. So I think this is still a notable thing. I don't know if this should be like your main sought after thing, but I thought I would mention it because I think this definitely has some use. Moving on from that, we have the actual 5-star items. Those are all the 4-star items that I actually think are somewhat usable. Some people may say Kane's Aloha shirt is also good, but personally, I don't think it's like that top tier because it's single target and it's not like AoE, so there's that. Now moving on to the 5-star stuff, we have the 5-star support item, which is Sunji's Hot Pink Bikini. This right here is an AoE art gen item. You guys know how much we love AoE art gen in this game, and it's pretty good to be honest. So what does this do, OP? This will increase all allies art gauge by 30, followed by filling all allies art gauge by 2 for 10 seconds, meaning that you get a total of 50 art gauge for everybody, and it has a 65-second cooldown. Now, of course, you can reduce this cooldown even further by something like Equipment CT Crest, Earthmirror's True Weapon, and stuff like that. So, personally, I think this is a really good item. Filling all allies art gauge by 30 is really good, plus followed by the 2 art gauge a second for 10 seconds. I was using this on my Finn and running my limbs closed as well with Rimuru, and it was pretty nuts, the amount of art gen that I was able to get off. It's really good, and I think if you are lacking an AoE art gen item and you need one more, I think this is definitely one of the things that you should definitely go for. I don't think it's as good as some of the other AoE art gen items just because the CT is pretty long. Even if you do reduce it, it still is a pretty lengthy CT, so there is that, but I think this is still going to benefit you if you need an AoE art gen item, and they should stack with each other if you have multiple. Next thing I want to mention is the 5-star defense item, which is Scylla Seesaw Perio. This right here is actually pretty good. I want to say reduce all allies damage from enemy by 35% and heals HP by 25% of the damage for 8 seconds. This is pretty good because this is a kind of a better version of the Holy Armor that you get from Scylla's event, because the Holy Armor is a single target, reduce damage and heal, but this is for everyone. So this is actually pretty nice if you don't have a taunt tank, I would assume. Like, you could probably use this on someone like Sandstone and get some really good effects off of it, because there's going to be a ton of damage mitigation for one, especially with Sandstone. So I definitely think this 5-star defense item is pretty nice and pretty good. Apart from that though, man, I don't think any other 5-star item on this list is actually usable. All the other ones are kind of situational, you know what I mean? So those are the ones that you want the most, the ones that I covered. So you're definitely gonna want the Scylla Seesaw Perio if you want that for your defensive team or your defensive unit. You're definitely gonna want Sunji's Hot Pink Bikini. You're definitely gonna want Finn's Aloha Shorts, and possibly even Rim's Sexy Lace Bikini for your Thetis. Apart from that though, I don't think anything else on this list is necessarily top tier. Too much stuff is single target, and I don't really like it too much because of that. So should you summon on this banner? Personally, I'd say if you're free to play, I would say at least do 1 summon personally, because all these equips are relatively good. None of them are necessarily bad. They're all pretty top tier, or not really top tier I want to say, but pretty average to above average equips overall. They're all really good. You're not going to be able to get these equips till next summer. So overall, I would say, yeah, it is a summon, but I would also say don't go too hard on it. I would say that the main takeaways from this is definitely the Finn Aloha Shorts. If you get those, and then possibly even the Sunji swimsuit, then that's it. I wouldn't say pull on it anymore, because those two I think are the most valuable, at least to me personally. Yeah, we also have another set of summer equips coming, I think right after this. As soon as this banner ends, we'll have the Magia summer equips, which is Riviera, Rosetta, Leona, and all them. They will all have their summer equips coming, and I will cover them and do a should you summon for that as well. Should you summon for this? I would say yes. It's really good. A lot of good equips, especially if you're a new player. A lot of these equips can definitely help you. Even the ones that I didn't mention will still help you, because overall they're just all really good and all really solid equips. So definitely. Now, if you already have a lot of AoE art gen on your team, if you already have a lot of AoE art gen items, I think you don't summon on this banner. I don't think it's as good for you, but if you are lacking those AoE art gen items, definitely try to go for that Sunji swimsuit, and definitely try to go for that Finn Aloha Shorts, because both of them are just absolutely phenomenal. I personally may go back in on this banner just to try to get the Finn Aloha Shorts myself. So yeah, thank you all for coming out though, man. It's been your boy OP. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more Grand Summoners content. We have another video probably coming out tomorrow or Sunday, somewhere around there, it just depends. So yeah, part of those guys, thank you all for coming out, man. It's been your boy OP, and I'm out, guys. Peace.